let's build a boat. Let's build a freaking boat. This is basically what you guys need to basically to get started with a balsa wood boat. You know, adjustable rulers, you know, large one, small one, some hobby knives, some razor blades. This thing right here is invaluable. Getting the sides of the non-trips and stuff, the outside non-trips, this adjustable angle finder so you can copy it on both sides. That thing right there is a big help. All right, and this one right here, this little guy right here, I use that one a lot as well. Just checking stuff, you know, it's easy to use. Sand and block, you know, if you cut off one of your edges, one of your pieces of wood, and it's not perfectly true, put your wood on your adjustable straight edge here, take your sanding block, boom, 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 and it'll true it up straight. You know, that's what I use that for. Yeah, that's about it, really. That's about it. And a little cutting board. A piece of wood has a little bow in it, so I bend my ruler so it has a bow in it. So when I cut my wood, it'll be flat. All right. So let's start assembling the boat, the bare bones. I've got the stringer on the bulkheads. Okay, now it's starting to look like something. Bulkhead A, bulkhead B, the stringer. All right, and then this is the other stringer. Got the notches on it. They just sit down right over the birch. All right, grooves here to keep the stringer straight up and down. All right. This is the transom here. It's going to go on there like so. Okay. And I'm just going to basically butt the stringers right up to the back of the sump bottom. Make sure everything's straight and not like crooked or anything. You know, it needs to be perfect. It's a light tack. Very light tack of super glue or CA, whatever. And yeah, I'm going to get to it. Boom. So now let's see, what do we need to do now? So we got the bottom. Let's I think what I did last time was I put the rod pads on. Okay, I'll put the rod pads on and leave the wood hanging out up here so we can trim it all up in one shot. You know what I'm saying? Round it off in one shot, you know. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the rod pads on and get that transom cut out. A lot of work building one of these boats, but it's really fun. It's fun, man. I enjoy this. Alright, let's see if that works. Nice. Yeah. Let's see. Angle of attack is about 8 degrees. Alright, and then once we add our little down angle and our stuffing tube, we'll have about 3 degrees. Basically finding my rod pad. Alright, how wide I need to make my rod pad. I've actually got this piece of balsa that I'm going to be doing the non-trips on in the inside sump, I guess you'd call it. And I've put a piece of this in between my line I got drawn. Well, I didn't have a line, but a piece of balsa there. Make sure there's enough room for a piece of balsa out here. And basically that's my rod pad. Alright. It's going to be glued on the back, the middle one, and then basically just kind of hang free. Alright, that's my plan, because the top side skin really needs to go on to pull all this together. You see what I mean? To pull all of that together, that top side skin's got to be able to glue right onto it. It's the plan, that's the plan. So I'm going to cut out this rod pad. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rod pads out, alright? Yeah, that's gonna look bad to the bone, son. That's gonna look bad to the bone. Alright, so I'm going to put this up front just for a little support for this front piece. See how it's wanting to bow in. Alright. That should straighten up this sump bottom here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Twist it. If you glue your fingers to your boat, twist it off. Mm. Dang, I think I pooped some skin off there. Let's try that again. Maybe I'll just do it in the middle. Yeah, I want this transom to be strong. That's why I doubled it up. Might be putting that little outboard motor on it. This little guy right here, well, it's a big guy right now. I gotta sand it down to size. I've got it epoxy. Alright, got a little flex cable in there. Gonna make a bracket for it. Gonna throw a little, probably end up throwing this motor right here on it eventually. Unless I can make it small enough for a 2030. Made it big and bulky so I can profile it. I don't know. My mock-up with the cardboard boat, I used hot glue to glue it together. Okay, I used hot glue, and what I did, you can see where I took my lighter and I heated up the hot glue again with my lighter. Alright, right where the joints were, I heated it up with the lighter, and I was able to pull off my side, or any part that I need off this boat. I'll pull it off. You can see my inside doubler there, another double, rib. Alright, so let's check this, because this should be identical to that boat. All I did was reduce the size of the center section here, so this should be identical. Yeah, and it is. Just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to use this for my pattern for the top side, so we can go ahead and get the rod pads connected up front. Alright, you see that right there? Where the rod pad's going to connect to it. So a piece of 1/32 balsa. I probably need to go thicker, but I don't want to weight the boat down. That's a big piece of real estate right there. So I think I'm going to go super thin with it. Plus it'll bend easier. Yeah, let's do the thin stuff. Oh yeah. I gotta cut out one for right here, a doubler. Alright, cut one out for here and right here. Alright, so I got this one side of my top side skin on the boat. Alright, I got these clothespins on there, just kind of illustrating how it's going to be assembled. I'm just going to glue it together right there around the seam. Alright, I got all this glued together back here. The ribs for the non-trips in there, that should give us a nice run for the non-trip all the way down, so it tucks up under that sump bottom. The skin turned out pretty good. That thing looks bad to the bone, son. Oh shit. And then we'll trim it up. Just trim that non-skid up once we get it glued. Boom! Huh? So I'll show you how I did it here on this side right here. Boom! Alright, now we gotta work on these non-trips here. Hopefully everything's legit. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, it's on. It's on, son. Oh, I was worried about it. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, that looks good, huh? Alright, so I think all I'm going to do is just pull that rod pad up like that and then glue it. I think that's going to be good, man. Straight up. I don't want to, like, push it over or nothing. If you push it over, it seems like it wants to twist the hull. That's why I went ahead and put these topside skins on. That's going to keep the hull rigid when we're gluing up these front rod pads. Like I said, I'm going to go straight up with it. This birch balsa, so we have to hold it there for a second. Takes a little longer for it to glue up. I just hope that this balsa is tough enough to support this 1/32 birch, you know. Guess we're about to find out. Alright, let's do the same thing to this side, straight up with it. Then we'll check for twist. We'll see if the boat's still sitting flat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes. Make sure she's sitting flat on the rod pads, flat there. Alright. Yeah, so it had a little bit of twist in it before I put these skins on. You know, and I took my time with the skins and it pulled that little twist out. Yeah. Yep, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off before I seal it up. I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I'm going to cut them a little bit long. Man, that looks freaking amazing, y'all. That looks freaking amazing. Oh my God, that looks freaking good. Jeez. That looks awesome, y'all. We'll be able to clean all this up and shape it up later on. Yep. So let's go ahead and seal it up. I cut that inside sump bottom, alright. I cut this second one identical to it. Identical. Look at this. Look at that. Boom! Huh? I didn't cut it. The length identical. Check it out. Huh? I'm going to glue these in. That way we can seal it up. 44 grams. 44 grams without sealer. And the non-trips. man, almost forgot to put a doubler in for my turn fin. So I got this little block of wood, balsa. I'm gonna carve a little piece out of it, and I'm gonna use this turn fin bracket just as a generic bracket. I'll probably end up making my own turn fin for it, but I'm gonna mark it out and make a doubler. All right. Yeah, I got the doubler in there. Okay. Right on the back of the sponson in there. Probably make a homemade turn fin for it, but that'll work. That'll work. All right, for the non-trips or any hard to get to area where you can't really get a measurement, I use poster board, just regular old poster board, and cut it to size. You know, trim a little bit, cut it, trim a little bit, cut it, and that way you don't waste your wood. You know, I'm gonna recut this piece, make sure it fits, and then we'll put the final piece on. All right, remember I told you guys that my bulkheads, I put my back bulkheads at an angle forward. All right, that's so the water will come off that back of that sponson real clean, you know, and it don't suck the boat down. It'll be a nice clean flow, breaking off that angled bulkhead. That's the idea anyway. Yeah, that's perfect. Both sides is perfect. You see that? Boom! Alright, so I'm going to cut these out. Not going to bore you with it. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. If it don't win, it's got to get style points. It's got to get style points, huh? That thing's sweet looking. Look like a little stingray or something, huh? Oh, this thing freaking turned out awesome, y'all. Turned out freaking awesome. I filled my sponsons up with foam. Alright. Got my doubler in for my turn fin. Okay. Don't forget that. But I've got the sponsons filled. I didn't fill the back, but I got my non-trips all cut. Alright. They're all ready to go on the boat. Alright. I'll show you the other side. They're actually stuck on there. But yeah, I got them cut. They're ready to go. All right, all I gotta do is epoxy them into place. All right, the top side's finished. Okay, I went real thin with this balsa right here, and I've cracked it right there. So be careful for that if you build the boat, or just go a little bit thicker with the wood. I used the thinnest stuff I had. That 1/32, I think. But the hatch go on like this. Okay, we'll tape it off. Boom, boom, boom. Tape that off. Once the hatch is on, that's going to hold the back hatch in. All right, the back hatch just slides in. I'm going to put a little piece of wood right here so that it don't like lift up. You know, like a little piece of wood, kind of like the one up under it. So it just slides, sandwiches in between it. All right, and then you put that on, and it holds it all in place. Okay, that way you can get to the whole tub of the boat with no problem. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting on my electronics. I just kind of mocked it up out of cardboard, make sure everything's going to fit. Micro servo, that's kind of how I'm going to lay it out ish. So my plans anyway. That's why I made this front piece kind of angled for my motor. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna quit jacking my jaws. I'm gonna let you guys go. Before I do, oh yeah, the challenge is cool. The challenge is freaking awesome. Anybody in the world can freaking enter. And it's cool because I don't have any boater friends up here, that, you know, or competitions, races. And it's cool. This is a cool challenge. You can just build your boat. You know, it only takes a couple days to build. I built this in a couple days. And then, you know, a couple more days to install electronics. You got something that you designed yourself, a fun little boat that, you know, make it out of cardboard, then make another one out of lighter cardboard or poster board. Then you got your templates for the boat. Like I said earlier, I use hot glue to glue it together so I can heat the the cardboard up, pull the pieces off for the pieces on my boat. All right, it worked perfect. It worked perfect. And I hope hope this helps you guys build a boat. All right, hope to see you enter the competition. There's some cool prizes. This is one of my boats I'm gonna enter. Well, I'm gonna only enter one boat, but if you've hung in this long, then you deserve to see my other entry. All right, this is a little rigger I've built. Been wanting to do this for a long time, a micro rigger, and I figured this would be the best time to freaking do it. I got plenty of room inside for electronics. I got my servo mount already installed in the boat. Boom, nice and simple. All right, I'm gonna put my motor up here, ESC battery. The sponsons aren't gonna have foam in it. That's how they're gonna be designed. But I got a build video on this. It's coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the 120 paint job. That's almost done. It's coming out freaking amazing, you guys. I've started making little Bill Muncie, all right, out of some balsa. We'll make Bill Muncie, little guy that's gonna sit in there. All right, and yeah. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Big B, Ironclad RC, channel where we tinker, test, and build RC boats. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell.